If you're grinding away, thinking you'll enjoy life later, I've got news. Later is shrinking. Let's talk about why delaying retirement in this country might be the worst plan ever. Yeah, life expectancy in the United States has increased for most of the last century and 10 to 15 years. In fact, in 1880, from 1880 to 1980, life expectancy grew by 34 years. Now that's astounding. Truly a testimony to science, medicine, just progress in the United States. Things like vaccines, statins, uh, surgeries, immune therapies. We could go on and on. Why life expectancy increased and why a lot of people were just very optimistic that there was no end in sight, that it would just continue to increase. In fact, in 2014, life expectancy peaked at 78.8 years. Now, that's an average of both men and women, but that's where it peaked, 2014. And then it gradually began to back away. In fact, it tumbled down in 2021 and 2022. And we know why, at least partially, why life expectancy uh, declined significantly during that period of time. We look back at history and we can see that it tumbled in 2000 in 1918, right after World War One and the outbreak of the Spanish flu. It took a real tumble there, and that's understandable. But it's weird some of the things that have been going on with life expectancy around the world. During the pandemic, the United States was you were two times more likely to die in the United States than places like the United Kingdom or Germany. In fact, Spain and Switzerland right now have a life expectancy 5 years longer than the US. And that decline began really just about 10 years ago. And there are more things to blame than pandemics. Uh, for one, and I'm going to give you not only my opinion, but the opinion of science. Our processed food. Americans are eating way too much processed food, ultra processed food, all kinds of seed oils and preservatives and chemicals. And we have a bank of chemicals in the United States that the United Kingdom doesn't have. I mean, we add scores of chemicals to our processed foods. Not only that, but the sedentary lifestyle of many Americans. More and more people are not having to slave away at manual labor jobs their whole life, and too many people are sitting around on the seat of education, and sedentary lifestyles contribute to a shorter lifespan, and that brings us to 2023. And in 2023, this is the new CDC life expectancy for men, 73. For women, it's better. It always has been 79 for women. You know, you might ask, what does this have to do with my thoughts on retirement and my retirement planning? Well, I tell you, this is what it has to do with that. Uh, I hear more and more. I am now 69. My next birthday, I'll hit the big 7-0. But I hear more and more friends and colleagues that are staying on the job past full retirement age. Full retirement age now for anybody born after 1960 or after is 67. And just people going on, hanging on. at 70 years of age, Social Security benefits max out. Anything past that is really kind of foolish. Um, Working past full retirement age doesn't make sense in this country because, guys, later is shrinking. Later is shrinking. You say, oh, I'm going to experience the good life later. I'm going to enjoy life later. Well, then you probably need to get away from that job, and you probably need to get high behind on the retirement planning. So, hey, let me know in the comments below what you think of this. Am I being too extreme? I think it's a reality we absolutely must consider, a factor we must consider when planning our retirement age, when pulling the trigger. You better consider this. So let me know, and let me know too in the comments um, your thoughts on what you'd like to hear in future videos. What retirement topics would you like me to cover? Because I'd be glad to do it and be glad to have some exchange of ideas. Again, most importantly, thanks for watching my video and subscribe so you can see what I come up with next. Thank you.